Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Behind the Pages with Maggie, breaking berries one story at a time. Today, I bring to you episode 30, the last episode of the series of the International Day of the Girl, celebrating girls around the world. Today, we'll be reading the last three stories of the series, and I truly hope you enjoy it and learn from just the inspiring figures and girls that we all should look up to as our models. I really hope that from the previous six, you have equally learned the importance of why we are supporting girls globally. Now, without further ado, let's begin our stories. This is Kia. She is caring. Kia loves babies, baby animals, baby birds, and most of all, her baby sister. But she doesn't want a baby of her own right now. She'd rather go to school, play with her friends, and just be a kid. Kia's older sister was married when she was 11 years old and had two babies by the time she was 14. Kia worries that this will be expected of her too. So, with the help of her teacher, Kia researches the many ways early marriage is harmful for girls. She learns that it prevents them from going to school, separates them from their friends and family, and endangers their health if they have babies too young. Next, Kia borrows a video camera donated to her school. She interviews her sister about what it's like to be a wife and a mother so young and makes a film explaining her research. Kia presents her film to the religious leaders and decision makers of her community and village and waits nervously as weeks go by. After much discussion and debate sparked by Kia's film, the community eventually agrees to outlaw child marriage. Overjoyed by the news, Kia hugs and kisses her baby sister. She feels as free as a bird. Now, throughout the world, in countries as different as Nigeria, India, and Brazil, millions of girls are expected and sometimes even forced to marry. But education is key to ending the practice of child marriage. Because when a girl completes her schooling, it is far more likely that her future income will be higher, and she will wait until she is an adult to decide about marriage, and any children she has will be healthier, as she will be too. The next story is about Zara. She is funny. Sadly, there's little to joke about when a war forces Zara's family and millions of others to leave their city. After a long and difficult journey, Zara and her family arrive at a hot and crowded refugee group. On the first day, Zara tries to fetch water to the family, but she's shoved out of the long line by angry men who shout rude things at her to frighten and embarrass her. When she tells her parents what happened, they forbid her to leave the tent alone. The camp is a dangerous place for young girls on their own. As the days pass, Zara notices other girls in nearby tents. She can see they are angry, scared, and bored, just as she is. There is no school to go to, there are no books to read, there is no music, no internet, no TV, and no laughter. Enough of this, thinks Zara. She calls to the girls nearby and tells them her best jokes. It feels so good to laugh. She asks the girls to tell the jokes to their brothers who are allowed outside. The boys then pass on the jokes to children they meet, who in turn tell them to their families. Her plan works. The The jokes spread throughout the camp, and the shared laughter makes Zara and the other girls feel less alone and a little more normal while they wait to return home one day. So, natural disasters and conflicts are dangerous for everyone, but girls can be especially affected. In wars like the one in Zara's home country of Syria, girls are twice as likely to be harmed as boys. And girls in refugee camps are much less likely to attend school because of the potential for gender-based violence as well as gender discrimination. Living with this kind of isolation and constant fear can take a terrible toll on a girl's mental health. Laughter and play are important to the mental well-being of children in disaster situations, so much so that the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child specifically states that every child has the right to play. This is Asta. She is ambitious. Asta loves outer space and has visited the planetarium on every birthday she can remember. She made a model solar system to hang over her bed when she was in kindergarten. Over the years, she has taken out every book the library has on planets, stars, and galaxies. And each night, she dreams about flying through the universe as an astronaut. However, Asta notices that most characters on her favorite science TV shows are boys. Weird, thinks Asta. She also realizes a lot of the toys and books about outer space are placed in an area of the local store marked for boys. Super weird, she thinks. When she asks her parents if science isn't for girls also, they tell her about some of the brilliant women scientists who have made huge contributions to space travel, such as NASA mathematician Katherine Johnson, cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova, and astrophysicist Jocelyn Bell Burnell. Inspired, Asta stars an after-school club for anyone interested in learning about astronomy. She's surprised by the number of kids, boys and girls who join. The club meets every week and they call themselves the Asteroids, in honor of their club's founder. Now, girls and boys do equally well in science, technology, engineering, and math, the STEM field subjects. But a recent study found that many girls in the United States, where Asta lives, believe that they are not as good at math as boys. This has an influence on the quality of education they receive and the subjects they choose to study. Worldwide, only 3% of students in information and communication technology are female. The percentage is similar in math, 5%, and in engineering, 8%. Encouraging girls to enter science, technology, engineering, and math fields ensures equality and diversity in these important professions. Now, to conclude our series, this is a note written by the author herself. To the audience and the readers and the listeners, you are the world's gardener. If we think of the whole world as a garden, then you are one of its gardeners. Plant seeds for change. Feed the ideas you want to grow. Prop each other up and don't cut one another down. Reach high and take up space. Raise your voice. Cultivate fairness and harvest equality. Girl children everywhere continue to face discrimination specifically because of their gender. But by celebrating the International Day of the Girl Child, we are celebrating girls from all over the world who are facing their challenges with strength, intelligence, creativity, imagination, bravery, skill, kindness, humor, and ambition. On October 11th, you too can join all the children and adults who are working hard to make the world a safer and more equal place. And that is the end of a series exploring the International Day of the Girls, celebrating girls around the world. I hope through these 9 stories, you have learned the importance of why it is so significant for us to support and celebrate the girls. Thank you very much for listening. I hope to see you in our next episode soon on Behind the Pages with Maggie, breaking barriers one story at a time. Goodbye for now.